Good evening, friends. Thank you for joining Candid Meena every evening to follow what's happening in India and abroad. And thanks for sending your useful comments and suggestions. If you do believe in this channel, do hit the like button, share with your friends, and spread the message. Our only mission is to bring you the truth and both sides of the story. Thank you for your support. So today, friends, we are going to discuss about an interesting, controversial individual by the name of Munawar Faruqi, and he is, he has made a lot of derogatory comments against Hindus and Hindu gods. And hi, Gloria, how are you? And how he is one of the contestants who participated in the lockup, which is produced by Ekta Kapoor, and he apparently won the first season of lockup. And we'll see how anyone who makes fun of Hindu gods, who makes derogatory comments against Hindus, they are well rewarded by the Bollywood mafia. So we'll see how. Hi Maya, how are you? So so it all begins with Ekta Kapoor. Ekta Kapoor, as you know, she won the Padma Shri from the government for her distinguished work, if you may call it. So Ekta Kapoor, as you know, she has Alt Balaji, which is known for sort of erotic series like Gandhi Bath, and now she has produced a reality show which is called Lockup, and that is in MXN and MX Player, where the format is sort of like it's like vulgar talk, lewd confessions with some people who have been jailed for speaking against Hindus and the Godhra train incident. But what is the message? Now, not some time back, Munawar Faruqi, he is a stand-up comedian for those of you who do not know, and four others were arrested along with four on charges of passing indecent remarks against Hindu deities and Union Home Minister Amit Shah during a show in Indore. So, after weeks of controversies, unexpected confessions, and other things, Lockup Season 1 came to a close, and Munawar Faruqi was declared the winner of Lockup Season 1. Now, it is worth noting that Munawar Faruqi drew the attention of the public for his abject mockery of Hindu victims of the Godhra train burning incident, a tragedy in which 59 people were burnt alive when the Sabarmati Express carrying Karsevaks from Ayodhya was set on fire allegedly by a Muslim mob near Godhra station. In one of his stand-up gigs from the year 2020, Faruqi was seen downplaying the Godhra tragedy and ridiculing the victims. This is what Munawar Faruqi was quoted. Um, so he's saying that I was watching the burning train on TV. My father came and told me not to watch such nonsense and turned off the channel. I was like, why so? He was like, this is the video of Godhra Kand, and this is a news channel. I thought it is a movie directed by Amit Shah, produced by RSS. I don't know, he says. So Munawar Faruqi then refers to the news about 2002 Godhra carnage as cartoon. So I'll just take some of the comments. Hi Vinny. Hi Preeti. Hi Sangeeta. All contestants selected for sensationalism only. Yes, Sarita, precisely. It's like another version of Big Boss. Hi, Shalini. Yes, Ganesh. Munawar Faruqi has a substantial amount of fans right from the beginning. Now, what kind of fans are you talking about? Is it paid PR fans? Now, continuing back, he also joked, Munawar Faruqi also joked that in Godra Kand, Hindus were burnt alive, but aren't they burnt after dying? He had joked. Now, the 59 Karsaviks were burnt alive by a murderous mob because of their religious faith, and that they were returning from Ayodhya after offering seva at Ram Mandir. Now, Hindus were shocked, and rightly so, for the shameful trivialization of an incident as grave and tragic as the Godra train burning incident, which led to the death of innocent people, including women and infants. It showed that Munawar not only felt any compunction in hurting the religious sentiments of Hindus, but was also essentially enjoying making fun of a genocide. On top of this, Munawar was also unapologetic about the jokes he cracked on the Hindu victims of the Godra train burning incident. In his interview with Barka Dutt, Munawar had said that he was so not sorry for the remarks he made on the train incident tragedy, adding that he did not think he had committed any mistake. So you can see that he felt no remorse for the victims of the Hindus who died in the Godra train incident. Now, Kritika says, has Munawar won? Yes, Munawar has won the first season of Lockup, but if that's what you are sort of asking, yes. During the show, he kept saying he was misunderstood. Yes, Sarita. There are already speculation that Munawar will win. So Ganesh, see, I think all these reality shows they sort of decide the winners ahead of time, and it's not like based on the popularity or votes which the audience gives the people. So it's all they it's all fixed. Ekta is just following the template. But thank God, people are waking up slowly, but better late than never. Yes, Maya. Yes, Kritika. He has won. Yes. Sri Ganesh says, I was surprised to see many Hindus defending Munawar. In my opinion, Ganesh, these are all fake PR fans, which are hired by Bollywood to sort of give support to these people and make it look like that these are real Hindus who are sort of supporting Munawar. And I don't think this is the case. So coming back to Munawar Faruqi. Now, in addition to this train incident, Munawar is also powered by his unsavory remarks against Hindus, as you know. In one of his stand up performances, Munawar used lyrics of a popular Bollywood score to make fun of Lord Rama over his 14 years of exile and portrayed Sita as an insecure wife, suspicious of her husband Lord Rama's loyalty towards her. And it is because of his jokes ridiculing the Godha train burning tragedy and mocking Lord Rama that Hindus are railing against this comedian. Munawar was also arrested in January 2021 for allegedly passing indecent remarks against Hindu deities during his stand up shows. Though he was released later, he never apologized regarding this fact. And apparently, Munawar had no qualms in trivializing a tragedy where Hindus were set on fire when people raised objection to his brand of comedy. He suddenly feigned victimhood and branded opposition to it as hate. Now, Hindus and those who protested against Munawar's shows were implicitly branded as hate mongers for simply opposing a comedian who dehumanized Hindu victims of a tragedy and was blatantly unapologetic about it. Now, friends, whenever sort of Hindus or we question Munawar Faruqi's so-called brand of comedy, then we are termed as right-wing extremists, Hindu extremists, And this is the typical secular brigade who sort of brands us as sort of extremist or Hindu extremist. So Payal Munawar already has been to jail, and they will be portrayed as youth icons. Yes, Savita. Today, even Supreme Court showed sense in throwing out petition against Shaheen Bagh demolition, commenting that the parties are unnecessarily politicizing the issue. Big slap to Kongi, AAP, and CPI. Yes, Maya. Hi, Karthik. How are you? Hope all is well. Nice to see you too. Hemangi does say why we need to talk and discuss about them, just ignore them. If we do that, then they will stop themselves. No, Hemangini. We need to create awareness among the youth who, sort of idolize them, who are unaware of, what is good and what's bad. So awareness is very important. So Payal, who's a staunch Sanatani, was always mocked at and made fun of during the lockup. Yes. So that's the standard thing which happens in Bollywood. So anyone who has far right views and has Hindu nationalistic views, they are always shunned upon by the Bollywood community. I am Hindu and coming from very simple family, and I don't think if he wins, nothing shocking. So many people misunderstood him. I felt stop doing Hindu Muslim all the time. I think Pooja, you're in the wrong channel. It is quite simple. Really, Bollywood runs on Dawood's and underworld money. Obviously, they are anti-Hindu. So Munawar is just the pawn to promote fake secularism agenda. Yes, Desi. If Munawar was making jokes of the Prophet Muhammad, yeah, very good question. So coming back to Munawar Faruqi, now he has made fun of Hindu deities. He has made fun of the Godra train, sort of tragedy. Now, apparently, Munawar had no qualms in trivializing a tragedy where Hindus were, set on fire. And it's like now in the show, Ekta Kapoor deliberately selected people who will do anything for money, and they will make them expose their sort of hidden stories. And for all you know, would have mixed it with a lot of masala. So you have Poonam Pandey, who built a presence on the social media by exposing herself. Tehseen Poonawala's brother-in-law of Vadra, who makes his every second tweet against the Prime Minister of India, he declares he had, sex with a businessman's wife. Along with winning the trophy, Munawar won a check of rupees 20 lakhs, a brand new Maruti Ertiga, and a fully paid trip to Italy on the grand finale of Lockup, streamed on Alt Balaji. He defeated the other finalists, which is Payal, Anjali, Asma, and Shivam. So you can see that how Bollywood is rewarding this individual called Munawar, who has sort of openly sort of made derogatory remarks against Hindu gods and also the Godra incident. And now they have rewarded him by giving him a check of rupees 20 lakhs, a brand new Maruti Ertiga, and a fully paid trip and whatnot. So this is how Bollywood rewards these people who are anti-Hindu, and sort of they have they make all these derogatory remarks against Hindus. Hi Mickey, how are you? Hi Lalit. Karthik says we Hindus have been too tolerant for too much for our time, and when we finally awake and question, people have problems. Yes. So yeah. Now coming back to again Munawar Faruqi. So as the show progressed, Munawar became a man of many shades, First, he was a kid who watched his mother drink acid and die. My grandmom took me aside and told me that my mother drank acid. I asked her why were we not telling the doctors, and she said, "हम लोग problem में आ जाएंगे," which means we'll be in trouble. I told my mom's sister's daughter, who was a nurse there, and she was shocked. It was only then that her treatment began. After that, he becomes the most vulnerable child sexually abused by relatives. Munawar had revealed that he was sexually assaulted when he was a child. He said, "I was 6 to 7 years old when I was sexually assaulted. They were relatives. It continued for 4 to 5 years. It was close family, and I didn't understand it then. Fourth year, when it came to extreme, they realized that they should stop. I have never shared this with everyone, as I have to face them. I didn't find any use of telling it to anyone. I think my dad knew about it. He said something once that made me feel like he knows it, but I don't remember clearly. Now I think dad didn't say anything, as he might have felt the same. Like, how do you tell anyone about it?" So it's like he's trying to draw the sympathy card from public, and so this is Munawar Faruqi. For those of you who are not aware, and he is seen here winning the trophy from Kangana for lockup season, and so he's a stand-up comedian and he does shows, and so this is one of his emotional faces, I would say. So coming back to Munawar, now after becoming the winner of the first season of Lockup, Munawar expressed his opinion on the Bollywood superstar who hosted Ekta Kapoor back show. Apparently Kangana, right? Kangana is the host of Lockup, as you know. And this is what he remarked. Kangana is very professional and committed to her work, and that is something I have learned from her. As long as we are respectful of each other's opinions, it's okay. I would also like to thank Ekta Kapoor for making me part of the show. So from here, you can make out that at one point of time, Kangana supported the SSR movement, and she made use of the SSR movement to sort of gain popularity. And at one point of time, she was also seen as someone who could are on the side of the SSRians against the Bollywood cabal. Now, it's just a year back, she made a complete U-turn, and she sided with the Bollywood cabal again by siding with Ekta Kapoor and becoming the host of the Lockup show. So you can connect all the dots together. So Karthik says, what I feel is Munawar is somehow holding Hindus responsible for whatever happened in his family. That's why he spews so much venom on Hindus. Yes, Karthik, that could be a point. This is the idea of tolerance and ahimsa drilled into us and glorified by Mr. Gandhi, that we have reached this stage. Savitri says, I never watched Lockup. I wouldn't. It's a waste of time, Savitri. Thanks, Mickey. Sadly, we have been silent for a long time. We all literally slept like Kumbhakarna on it for nearly 7 decades. It's not too late, but it can get challenging, but we have to go on. Absolutely, Karthik. So now he was not the only one building emotional narrative. As he went along, Karan and Tejasvi Prakash were also part of the finale, and they revealed some bedroom secrets about each other. When Kangana Ranaut asked him who among them is a better kisser, Tejasvi Prakash said that for the first time, it's like both of them are very good. Karan added that Tejasvi was good when they kissed for the first time. They both also said that Karan likes to do PDA more. On this, for PDA means public display of affection. Like they like to kiss in public more than their bedroom. That's what they meant. Now, on this, Karan had said, "I believe jo bhi karna hai, Toke karo, varna na karo. So Karan also revealed that Tejaswi likes being on top. And of course, we had the outrageous dresses that Kangana wore, which made her a senior Urfi Javed. Nothing more to say except that Kangana showed more skin than clothes. So this is Kangana, and you can see Kangana seen with the producer of Lockup, Ekta Kapoor. So is Ekta Kapoor, the Padma Shri recipient, trying to say that such people are models for our youngsters to follow? So you do all these anti-Indian stuff, expose yourself, have sex with one and all, and you will become the winner of this so-called series, which is Lockup. It is food for thought, viewers. Let me know what your comments are in this with regards to Munawar Faruqi, being the winner of the first season of Lockup, and being given all these rewards, and he spins and he's sort of telling his childhood tragedy story, trying to get some sympathy, and let me know what is your opinion on all this. Kangana is a smart and shrewd lady, absolutely winning. But I do feel that somewhere that even she's being played by the Bollywood cabal. We'll have to wait and see how this turns out, like in the long run. Everyone is against Hinduism, Christianity, yeah. Kangana blew the lid off on Bollywood drug use. The only thing I could give credit for, spoke fearlessly with absolutely Daisy, but right now she spoke very openly on the drug use, and now she has taken a complete U-turn, and it's obviously for work, for money, for fame. Ekta and Kangana are from Cabal gang and just following their instructions. Absolutely sensible life. Karthik says Kangana is just an opportunist, just like Vivek Agnihotri. Absolutely, Karthik. Goodman says lockup was already planned and agenda was already winner was sort of okay. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with Goodman on this, and I do agree that the winner was decided beforehand, and they have a certain agenda in mind by making Munawar Faruqi the winner of this reality show. Ekta is manipulative and Kangana is, yeah, absolutely, Sushma. Munawar just wants to get sympathy votes like Muslims. Absolutely. We'll be discussing on another show, True Indian. Absolutely. So much negative things are shown in Lockup. Yes, Goodman, and I'm afraid that the uninformed youth, they are seeing them as role models, and they are a bad influence among the uninformed youth. So Kangana has proved to be too smart for her own good. Now that she is working for the cabal, her time is up since she should remember she is an outsider after all. Yes, Maya, and we'll have to see, what happens to Kangana in the long run. Will she get more and more, movie offers? Will she get more and more opportunities in reality shows? So we'll have to see how that pans out. Munawar is married and has a kid. It seems he has revealed this in the show. Okay, that's quite interesting. Thanks, Radhika. Now, coming to the next piece of news is with regards to Amir Khan. Now, meanwhile, Amir Khan, who once said that India is not apparently safe for him and his wife to stay. Meanwhile, Amir Khan's daughter, Ira Khan, celebrated her birthday on Saturday. And the young lady celebrated with a pool party. And it looks like she was in a bikini. Needless to say, Amir Khan got trolled. So you can see how how hypocritical these people in Bollywood are. Like they all imbibe the Western values of celebration, and on the other hand, they sort of support the people who sort of wanted burqa for entry into schools. So you can see how the double standards are. Now coming to the next piece of news is with regards to Alia Bhatt. Alia Bhatt was once more on the show, and she was sort of trolled. So a user apparently posted two different videos of Alia Bhatt. In one video, she can be seen with Varun Dhawan and Aditya Roy on the sets of the Kapil Sharma show. It was when their film Kalank was releasing. She has a sip from her drink and is shocked to find out that it has sugar. She says that it is not good to have it. In the other video, we can see her endorsing a sugar drink. Have a look at the video, and netizens are saying, "Kal kya hypocrisy hai? Anything for money." So, so it's quite apparent that these people, they don't have any sort of ethics, and money is the only thing which matters to these Bollywood celebrities, and they'll do anything for endorsing some in this case it's a fruit drink which has a lot of sugar, and in real life they don't take any sugar in their drinks, so they do anything for money. Now coming to the next piece of news is with regards to uh, Kajal Agarwal. She's a South Indian actress, and she recently faced backlash on social media, so for copying Mother's Day poem to wish her mother Vinay Agarwal. She shared a poem titled Dear Mom to express her gratitude towards her mother for being the best grandmother nanny to her newborn son Neil. However, the original writer named Sarah, she called out Kajal for passing off her original poem as hers. And the weird copy of my original caption with a few words swapped out makes me think it wasn't an honest mistake. This is what the writer said in an Instagram post. After her objection gained momentum on social media, Kajal edited her poem and gave due credit to Sarah. So apparently, these so-called celebrities, they not only copy the scripts of Hollywood or other country films, they also copy poems. So Kangana has realized that she cannot do Bollywood. She cannot do without Bollywood for long. Absolutely, Sarita, and she is an opportunist, as many people have said earlier, and it's fully a matter of time as to how this thing will go forward with the whole Bollywood cabal and Kangana. Jaipur Dialogues had a very good meme with Muskan in a burqa juxtaposed with Ira Khan in a bikini. What a decent dress for a Muslim. Absolutely. People have woken up to the hypocrisy of these pseudo celebrities, and literally everyone is noticing everything. Even a small mistake is being noticed. Absolutely, Karthik. Especially all the Hindu people, they have sort of awoken, especially after the burqa controversy, which in Karnataka. क्या क्या देखना पड़ रहा है. We are giving them too much attention. They are not a good family. Yes, Anisa. Have you seen Amir's? Uh, you mean Amir's daughter cutting cake? Yes, I just showed. She was in a bikini. Regarding Vivek Agnihotri, coming with a lot of public debates, he seems honest in his work. Hope he is independent in his work and money. I will disagree with you on that point, True Indian, that apparently Vivek Agnihotri is a very shrewd personality, and he is apparently he is sort of a chameleon, I would say. Like he knows the pulse of the audience, and he did a good thing in my opinion, in making that film Kashmir Files, which show the real situation of the Kashmiri Pandits. But at the same time, is he sort of calling voicing for justice for Sushant Singh Rajput and Disha Salia? No. So it's just that he is a very good opportunist, and he's a very shrewd businessman. That's what I would say Vivek Agnihotri is. It's a very good question, Akash. Why Maharashtra government is torturing Navneet Rana? So I guess they are afraid that he might expose something which will expose, the Thakres. He has some sort of information. This is what I understand. Absolutely, Sarita. Thanks, Sangeeta. It's nice to see you again. Yes, Savitri. Uh, Karthik says, no, Vivek is not independent. In fact, I feel the Kashmiri Files was financed by Varun Dhawan, if I'm not wrong, though he is not credited. I cannot confirm on that, Karthik, as we do not know who actually financed this film. Absolutely, Mickey. Kajal appeared in some Bollywood films also. Many South Indian stars appeared in Bollywood. Every industry is interconnected and thus corrupted. Absolutely, Adira. Not only Kajal Agarwal, actresses like Tamanna Bhatia, then Pooja Hegde. See, all these actresses are very popular and successful in South Indian films, and now they are slowly trying to get into Bollywood films by sort of flirting with all these bhaijans like Salman Khan. So you can see how the whole film industry is interconnected one way or the other. Even if in the south, like in certain Telugu films that they promote Hindutva and everything, but ultimately everyone is just one cabal. Okay, I was not aware. These insider details only local people and industry people know. Yeah, hi Rose. Yeah, she's taking rest. Thanks for inquiring. Yes, Nikki. Looks like people have had an overdose of the mediocrity of Bollywood for too long. They may be throwing up whenever they see any of them on screen. Yes, Karthik. Apparently, the only so-called Bollywood film which apparently did well in the box office is RRR, and that's not a fully full Bollywood film, right? Like it is a Telugu film. विवेक had said during SSR movement for SSR that ये एक ही आदमी है क्या सब SSR कर रहे हैं. Vivek Agnihotri also suffer from Bollywood cabal. Don't you think so? I don't think so, Anuswa. I mean, like, even though initially, none of the big Bollywood stars supported the release of Kashmir Files, slowly, each individual, Bollywood star started supporting the Kashmir Files. If you remember, Akshay Kumar said to the audience to go and watch Kashmir Files. Then even apparently Salman Khan and Amir Khan also sort of lend their indirect support for this film. So it's not like that he was completely isolated. Kajal Agarwal started her career under Vivek Ash flop. Kyun ho gaya na? She wasn't noticed and moved south, where she became very successful. Yes, Karthik. Huh. This is a very important point raised by Batcat123 that Vivek, apparently Vivek even said that SSR committed suicide. So that's a very valid point. Adira says, then how can we expect truthful and sincere representation from Vivek Agnihotri? Now the authenticity of Kashmir files is shaken. But Adira, a lot of the events on the which is depicted on the Kashmir Files movie was in fact, you know, reality. No film, no Bollywood or no Indian film has ever shown the atrocity committed against Kashmiri Hindus um, ever. So, very popular YouTuber literally promoted Vivek and the Kashmir Files on his show as if Vivek was a messiah of truth. 100% truthful koi nahi hai duniya mein. Absolutely, Ravi. Like there cannot be 100% accuracy in anything. So, friends, that's all the news for today, and we will see you tomorrow with another interesting show. So, good evening to everyone.